Hey, this is Patrick with Mad Bros Media at Wizard World Comic Con in Portland, and I'm here with one of my favorite actors, YAPHET Kottto. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing great. All these people are making me feel so good. I got a gift today, yeah, and I got a box of almond roca candy from you guys. So I'm feeling good.
Let me get to the first question here. Well, you've played a lot of roles. You've played cops. You've been in space. You've been a Bond villain. Is there a role that you want to play that you haven't played yet?
I can't think of that, that might be. I've done everything. I don't know what it could be.
You want to do any more sci-fi?
Wow, would that be great? I get sci-fi scripts, but none of them come up to the standard of Alien, so I don't do them. You know, but if something comes along, I'm right there. In fact, that's why I haven't been taking a lot of roles, because the roles they keep sending me are things I've already done.
Oh, yeah?
And after 72 movies, I don't want to play any more cops, FBI agents, CIA agents, doctors, lawyers. I've done all those kinds of roles. So I don't know what they'll set. I don't think I'm ever going to see a good role written anymore.
How about a superhero?
It depends on what he's being a superhero is at. I was just having a debate where someone asked me, should I play James Bond? And I said, James Bond's not white, black. He's white. And try to put a black character in that role.
But they're changing everything now. The Ghostbusters, all the new Ghostbusters, this time around, are going to be female.
You're not going to let me play John Kennedy, are you?
Yeah, it's true.
I cannot be James Bond. I can be me. I don't want to be James Bond because I'm not Scottish. I'm not Caucasian.
I just recently saw 110th Street. It was a really great movie. It was it was on cable like late at night. It's like I had seen. I didn't even know it existed.
That's the end of this interview.
I didn't even know. I didn't even know existed. I didn't even see. That's the best thing about watching classic movies because
across 100.
See, everybody knows you from Alien, Midnight Run, Running Man, Let Them Die.
We're talking about everybody. We're talking about you.
I'm a movie buff, and I always find new movies. I always find new movies. And that movie I found, and it was really, really good.
The camera.
I'm telling you, it's really good. So, and you were great in it. You were great in it.
23 at the time.
Oh wow.
That's like what, 30-some odd years.
Wow.
And you just seen the movie?
Yeah, sorry. I'm catching up on old movies now because everything is recycled now. So it's better to watch the classic old movies like that. But
I've taken over this job.
For your role for Lieutenant Pope, was Sidney Poitier an influence, like the Mr. Tibbs? Because some of it kind of remind me of.
No. I remind you of Sidney Poitier?
Well, yeah. But I was watching an interview and you said you saw Sidney Poitier. You said, yeah, you could play Sidney Poitier.
I could play Sidney Poitier?
Yeah.
What's this man's name? Are you the friend of yours?
He's my brother. That's why it's called Mad Bros Media, because we're brothers.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I can't play no Sidney, man.
Nah. Just a little bit more gray hair.
Yeah, a little bit gray hair.
Yeah. But
no, he didn't have an influence on me in that.
So who was the influence for Lieutenant Pope?
My uncle. My uncle was a police officer and a detective. And he was tall. So I thought I was being my uncle.
You know, I was researching you this morning. There was a note that says that you were up for Star Trek Next Generation. You were up for the role for Jean-Luc Picard. Is that true?
Yeah.
Did you audition?
No, I haven't auditioned for.
They just
I've
considered
never
you.
auditioned for a role in my life. Not for Broadway, not for anything.
Not even for Alien.
Ever.
Okay.
Check them. Call with studios, they'll tell you.
So I call Ridley Scott and he'll say you didn't have to audition? No. No.
I've never auditioned for a play, for a movie, for a television show, for anything, ever in my career. From the very beginning.
Good. That's why you're the great.
Well, I don't know about that, but I've never auditioned for anything. And when they asked me to audition, I'd leave.
Yeah. That's good. It is.
You try to figure that out, right?
Let me ask you a quick question about Alien. I know there's a lot of people that love that movie. It's like a historic sci-fi classic.
The whole world.
Yeah.
Right.
What was your favorite scene in the movie, and who was your favorite person to work with in the movie?
Veronica Cartwright. And my favorite scene in the movie, I don't have a favorite scene.
You know?
No, no. All the scenes were, the whole thing was, to me, great. I don't have a favorite scene. No.
The whole movie is just great, right?
It's more than great. It's genius. Dan O'Bannon and Ron Shusett wrote genius in simplistic words. If you get a script of that movie, it's very simple, not complicated. But there is very complicated because the personalities are all complex. So it's just a tour de force of creative writing. A conflict, of small conflicts that escalate to big conflicts that reach a point of no return where the characters cannot go back, they must go forward. And when you see that kind of writing, you say, hey man, this is not only creative writing, this is skillful, technical writing as well.
Yeah, exactly. Now, let me ask you a couple more questions about my other favorite movie, Midnight Run. I know that you've said, well, a line I've read that you said it was kind of boring because Martin Brest would take after take. But was there any good?
I said that it was wearing.
Wearing?
Not boring.
Well, they put boring on this. That's why I read. But
Who put boring?
whoever writes the little notes on Wikipedia. But
It was not boring. Wearing. When you have to shoot.
well, let's
correct
correct Wikipedia. Say wearing.
When you shoot a scene 15, 20, 25 times, you lose your energy and creativity. And he shoots that way. He shoots that way.
Was there any favorite scenes in that movie that you liked, working with De Niro or Grodin or John Ashton?
No, I was just glad when it was over. I was so tired doing Midnight Run. I had a fever, high blood pressure. We're working. I just wanted it to be over. And when it was over, oh, thank God.
But your performance was great in it, so it was probably worth all that weariness.
I had a high fever during the whole movie.
You could see some of it when you were eating breakfast. You just didn't look like you were happy.
That was real. That was acting. But under all that was acting with a fever and a high blood pressure. No sleep. So that was it. But I couldn't let those things get into the character.
Well, you know now De Niro's been saying that he's going to do a Midnight Run 2. Has he called you to say let's do Midnight Run 2?
I've heard some talk about it, but I don't know. I've moved on, man. Fine.
So no more Alonzo Mosley for Midnight Run 2.
You know how long ago that was?
Yeah, but if De Niro says, "Will you want to come?" Would you do it?
I'd have to see what they wrote. Otherwise,
keep walking.
Yeah. I don't really think you can remake anything.
No, that's too classic. It says,
it's too classic. I don't think you can recapture those things. So if he wants to do it, fine. It's his baby, but I don't know. I'm not thinking about that.
Okay, Mr. Kotto, thank you for your time.
Pleasure.
Thank you. This has been Patrick for Mad Bros Media at Wizard World Portland Comic Con.